Hey, what's up, fam? Welcome back into Tommy Bites Homestead. How are y'all doing today? So, we're going to do a little bit of news that you can use. Definitely, you see what is happening. You see the title of this actual story that I'm about to do. You are not safe, no matter where you are working, no matter what your position is, no matter if you are the higher up or the people doing all the back breaking labor. You are not safe in today's economy and in your job. So, all the way from TV show hosts being fired, no matter, how big of a following they have, they're being let go, whether it's NBC, MSNBC, or CNN, or any of these news places, people are being let go, okay? Making millions to making zero. And then you have Walmart, who is also letting go of jobs. You have KFC, who is actually moving out of Kentucky. Kentucky Fried Chicken is leaving Kentucky. Make that make sense. And then you have the USPS, who thousands of workers will be losing their jobs. And you have people in the government who are losing their jobs. You also have Starbucks, who is cutting back on some of their employees and their menu. So it just does not end. You have Joann's Fabrics, who's closing up 500 locations. You have Big Lots. Like I said, you have Walmart. You have Dollar General. You have Kroger's. And the list goes on and on and on. Where does it end? 2025 is definitely just the beginning. This is the end of February. We only have a few more days in February, y'all. We still have more months to go before this all straightens itself out. So let's get into it. Before we do, please hit that like button, share the video out with your family, your friends, your social media. This helps support me and the channel. It also helps pushes that video out to more eyeballs, and hopefully people will see that we need to all be preparing and not just stocking up on food. We need to be thinking outside of the box. We need to be thinking about um, possible blackouts to come, blackouts that could last a very long time. So let's get into it. Let's just start off. And I'm just going to do a little bit of each of these stories because I don't want to keep y'all any longer than I have to, definitely. Okay, so I told y'all I'm going to refresh y'all. Walmart is planning to cut hundreds of jobs and close a North Carolina office as the company continues to focus efforts on its main hubs in California and Arkansas. According to that memo, a company of which was first obtained by a Fox News employee, Hoboken, New Jersey, and other smaller posts have also been asked to relocate to Walmart's new headquarters in Bentonville, Arkansas. So they'll be cutting corporate jobs, but they're also going to be cutting the regular employee jobs as well. Walmart is the largest private employer in the U.S. with about 1.6 million employees and the largest company in the country in terms of revenue. People look for Walmart and how they are doing to judge where the economy is going. Walmart CEO recently came out and said it's going to be a tricky year for everybody. While, yes, they are going to cut prices on a lot of their items, most of those items will not be in the food sector, okay? Walmart has a new outlook, and their outlook is not for the lower class and, low prices. Rather, is for not even the middle class, but the wealthy. That's who they are aiming for. That's who they're trying to attract and take that business away from. Amazon and Google, the company's decision regarding office-based employees in Hoboken and elsewhere also follows the trend of several large businesses, including Amazon, Google, and Microsoft. So Walmart is trying to remain at the top leader is actually nudging Amazon out with a lot of things because they're now doing online and pickup and all of that stuff. So on to the next job losses for people. Unfortunately, these things are going to happen. We're still seeing high prices in eggs, etc. So the United States Postal Service is also planning their own form of, a takeover is happening. So the USPS customers warned of ripple effects as merger threatens to axe services and force Americans to drive 1 hour for mail. So even they are trying to consolidate, because I've seen so many different news articles about people not receiving their mail. Mail's been sitting for weeks at a time, if not months, not being delivered, stuck at a hub. So Americans have been warned that they could be forced to drive long distance to collect their mail if the U.S. Postal Service is privatized. That is the ongoing thing. This is what Trump wants to do with the USPS. The future of the USPS in its current form remains uncertain after President Trump branded it as a tremendous loser, and they are losing money. It does need to be revamped. I'm not going against him in that saying, but a lot of people are going to be losing their jobs where they might have thought they were safe. No one is safe anymore. No one is safe. Speculation that the USPS could be privatized intensified after the company reported a net loss of $9.5 billion. That's even more than they lost back in 2024 of 6.3. Well, in 2023, 6.3. Now it's 9.5 as of November of 2024. So he says, we want to have a post office that works well and doesn't lose massive amounts of money. And we're thinking about doing that, and it will be a form of a merger. But it'll still remain as the Postal Service. And he says he thinks it'll operate a lot better than it has been over the years. They're going to get rid of a lot of people. Read in between the lines. They're cutting everywhere, So the USPS is set to undergo leadership change as Louis DeJoy, the Postmaster General, announced his desire to step down. DeJoy had been at the helm agencies for 5 years. I think Trump put him there the last time he was in. Excuse me. It also says if the USPS is to be privatized, it would lose its independence. It's supposed to stand outside of the White House, honestly. The USPS has been independent since 1970, but Trump said his new Commerce Secretary, Howard Lutnick, will be looking at the agency. And once he sends people to look at stuff, firings will follow. Emails will be sent out. As of right now, if you think about it, government workers have until 11:59 p.m. today, Monday, to turn over a form or something stating all of the positive things that they were able to accomplish the week before. Mind you, a lot of people are working on sensitive information. They cannot just write that stuff down. You cannot just put those things down on paper. So as of right now, I heard that they were trying to get a pause on it. The union is trying to get a pause on it. But I don't know where that stands. So a lot of people are going to lose their job. Now, given the uncertainty, labor unions fear what the implication could be if the agency is privatized. They're concerned about the impact of privatization would have on rural communities, meaning people are not going to deliver to those rural communities if they privatize it. If they feel like it's an undeliverable place, they're not going to deliver it. While as the USPS, if it is a rural place, they do deliver. But lately, that hasn't even been happening. So I don't know what's going on at the USPS. That's how I know a lot of people are going to get fired. So it says they may not get any service at all if they privatized it. He warned that some of the customers may have to drive an hour to collect parcels. And right now, some customers are already having to drive to get their parcels because they are stuck at the hub. Let's see. The United States Postal Service is just that, a public service for the American people. No matter where you live, neither rain nor snow, nor sleet nor hail, they will deliver. But if you privatize that, you may not be able to get that. And then where's the article at? And you see right here, Joy Reid was fired from MSNBC along with all of her staff. Lester Holt is stepping down from NBC. A lot of people are losing their jobs. Let's see. But right here is saying where people are not getting their medications. Residents have blasted USPS for not receiving their medication on time and not receiving packages despite paying for fast track deliveries. They're not getting what they're paying for. Let's see. Right here it says USPS blasted over mail delays as gifts sit at hub for weeks, even after customers paid extra for 3-day delivery. It comes after a customer was left without critical medicine as his mail got stuck at the hub for weeks. People's packages have been stuck for weeks at the Jackson Distribution Center in Missouri, even after paying extra for expedited mail. Robin Smith, who sent Valentine's Day gifts to her granddaughters on February 3rd, is among those left fuming. She paid an additional $35 for 3-day delivery, but her packages still remain in Jackson, seemingly going nowhere. I don't know when it's going to be delivered. I paid an extra $35 to get it delivered in 3 days, non-refundable. She says, my thing is, why keep taking packages if you've got a whole slew of packages that haven't even gone out yet? Honestly, I would be like, go back there and find my package at this point, because you could just send that a different way. And this is why Trump wants to privatize the USPS. If they could get themselves together, maybe this would not be happening. I don't know. USPS responded to the many complaints, insisting operations were running as usual. So if that's the usual of people's packages and medicines and stuff just sitting and waiting, and who knows how it's sitting and waiting, the temperatures it's sitting in, you can't just have medicine any old way. You know, the medicine might not even be any good by the time the people get it. So the Jackson, Missouri Processing Center, like all mail processing facilities, is a 24-hour operation and constantly receives, processes, and moves mail as quickly as possible. The facility is adequately staffed and is working hard to ensure all items are processed and dispatched timely. This was what the USPS said about the packages. They said there are no issues. Okay, I'm not going to dig any further into that one. Hold on. Let's go back to where we were. Okay. Okay, I see Dollar General still going through their issue. We'll come back to them. So let me stop sharing and go to the next story. We did the Walmart. Oh, here's the KFC and why they are leaving Kentucky. Okay. So, some people will still have their jobs. I will state that. I'm not just going to be doom, doom, doom and gloom, gloom, gloom. Some people will keep their jobs. Some people won't. So they're not completely moving like their restaurants out of Kentucky, but they are moving. And this is their home base, honestly. Kentucky. Kentucky Fried Chicken is being uprooted from its ancestral home state in a shake-up announced on Tuesday by its parent company that will relocate the chain to Texas. So it's moving to Texas. The food chain now known as KFC, launched by Colonel Harlan Sanders and his secret blend of 11 recipes and herbs, which many say he stole, but I don't know, will be based in Plano, Texas. And I'm going to say allegedly on the stole part. And about 100 KFC corporate employees will be relocated to the next will be relocated in the next 6 months, which owns KFC, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut. The relocation of the KFC Corporation, a corporate office from Louisville, brought a quick response from political leaders. Y'all, they are up in arms about this. One of them said, I am disappointed by this decision and believe that the company's founder would be too. Governor Andy Beshear said in a statement, this company's name starts with Kentucky, and it has marketed our state's heritage and culture in the sale of its product. Beshear, the governor, a Democrat, said he hopes that the Yum Corporation that owns all of the restaurants collectively won't move, and he hopes that they rethink moving KFC employees out of Kentucky. According to the Louisville mayor, he has expressed disappointment with the corporate reshuffling and wants to sit down and have a conversation with them. So they are definitely moving. And I didn't even see this, but right here, who else is cutting jobs? Jack Daniels. Parent company Foreman is cutting its workforce and closing its barrel making plant. So now we have an entire plant about to shut down. Tennessee whiskey. Let's see. This is in Louisville, Kentucky. Spirits giant Brown-Forman Corp said Tuesday it's reducing its global workforce by about 12% and closing its hometown barrel making plant in Louisville. The cost-cutting moves come as American whiskey producers face stiff challenges from changing consumer trends and renewed tariff threats. The actions are projected to produce about 70 million to 80 million in annualized cost savings. This is how much they're going to save by shutting it down, a portion of which is expected to be reinvested as part of the company's growth strategy. I guess the other part goes into their pockets. And this is according to the Louisville-based Brown-Forman, whose flagship brand is Jack Daniel's Tennessee Whiskey. Love that song. The company's cooperage, where barrels are made to store and age its spirits, will close by April 2025. That's right around the corner, affecting about 210 hourly and salaried employees. The closure is part of the overall 12% reduction in the company's 5,400 employee global workforce. Laid off workers will receive severance, outplacement services, and other benefits, the company said. I don't see for how long on here, though. So Brown-Forman said it will source barrels from an external supplier. Who you think that is? And expects to receive more than 30 million from selling cooperage assets. The company established its own cooperage in 1945, raising barrels and honing the craft of using wood to create distinct flavor characteristics to its bourbon. So we have them letting go. Add them to the list too. Stop sharing. And of course, I told y'all about Joann's closing and liquidating things as well. I'm not even going to get into that one again. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Let's get to this one. I almost forgot about them. I had to clear some stuff off of I had too many screens open. Okay, so Starbucks is laying off workers and paring back the menu as it tries to turn the business around. So yes, if you love you some Starbucks, Starbucks is struggling too. If you work at Starbucks, you are not safe. If you work at any of these places anywhere, you are not safe. If you work at a bank, you are not safe. We're not even safe as content creators if you think about it. If you are a content creator and you're watching this. Because maybe the monies you made the previous years was excellent, and then you see your excellent money is not being made now, so you're being cut back too, because AdSense, the ads that being placed on here are being cut back or lowballed, meaning we get lowball pay from it. And we just have to work a lot harder. So Starbucks, this is announced Monday, it will lay off over 1,000 corporate workers and cut complex and unpopular drinks from its menu in an effort to turn around the lagging sales. Starbucks is cutting some Frappuccino, blended drinks, Royal English breakfast latte, and white hot chocolate as part of its effort to simplify operations. Now, I like a good white hot chocolate, but these items aren't commonly purchased, they say, so they're getting rid of those things. And Starbucks is cutting 30% of its menu in an effort to simplify its processes. Starbucks iced energy drinks and their controversial olive oil coffee have already been removed. And if you notice, if you do eat out, a lot of restaurants are removing things that aren't popular, if I can talk. Starbucks sales have slipped for 4 straight quarters, the longest decline in years. Some customers stopped going to Starbucks because of the high prices for drinks and long wait times, and hundreds of its stores have voted to unionize in protest of pay, benefits, and working conditions. And y'all, Starbucks has shut down a lot of those stores that were trying to unionize. They just said, we'll just close the store down. You don't have a job. There you go. That shows you what they think of their customers, allegedly. More than 30% of Starbucks orders now come from customers ordering off their phones and picking them up. And when I was doing delivery, I definitely went to Starbucks a lot to get people's orders. So Starbucks also said that they are cutting around 1,100 corporate jobs. The company added that it would be eliminating several hundred open and unfilled positions, as well as requiring those who are at vice president levels or higher to come in its Seattle and Toronto offices at least 3 times a week. So they're taking a page out of the Trump handbook. All of these companies are. Y'all don't get to sit home no more. Y'all gonna have to come in here. I need to see your face in the place, is basically what they're saying. The company is attempting to turn around under the new CEO, y'all. They have had, I think, 4 CEOs. This one name is Nico, who was brought in he was from Chipotle. He was brought in from Chipotle in August of 2024 and is the company's 4th CEO in 2 years. So when I tell you Starbucks is struggling, they are struggling. We'll see where that goes. We will see where that goes. Okay. That might have been the last one. Let me double check that I'm not leaving anybody out. I said I was going to go back to that Dollar General store, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. We covered the Walmart. Okay, yeah, we covered that. Okay, so we can get out of that one. And let's see what is going on with Dollar General, which I have an idea because I have talked about Dollar General. I have talked about Walmart. I've talked about Target doing the same thing. So if it's what I think. So right here it says Dollar General hits back after customer slammed Costco-like scanning policy and vowed not to shop there again. It's not the only criticism from customers lately, though. Let's see. Dollar General has defended its policy of scanning driver's licenses after a shopper condemned the practice. The discount retailer was responding to a comment on social media from an irate customer. Why are they scanning? Let's see. A Dollar General stop scanning driver's license when the information is on the front of the license. There's no reason to scan. Oh, okay, the barcode on the back. You're picking up the barcode has other information on it, storing it and using it for other purposes. I won't shop at Dollar General anymore. So in response, the spokesperson tried to assure the furious shopper that his actions were necessary. Why do they scan the back? Okay, so Dollar General says their system uses the barcode solely to validate a customer's date of birth. No other personal information is obtained or stored. However, Trisha was having none of it and reiterated her intention to shop elsewhere going forward. That's not true. When you scan the barcode, everything is pulled, not just the date of birth. Okay. She says you may be verifying the date of birth, but you pulled everything off the barcode and it is being used. She added, your employees can read the front of the license like every other store. None of the other retail stores are scanning licenses anymore. The date of birth is right on the front of the license. That's all you need. She says, I will not shop at Dollar General anymore. Meanwhile, the retailer has also been slammed by customers over its self-checkouts. I thought they had gotten rid of all these self-checkouts. So one customer posted on X, the self-checkouts do not work across many of your stores. She added, it's pretty sad that I can go through Walmart Supercenter to pick up 1 or 2 items quicker than I can one of your smaller stores. General untidiness and aisles blocked with stock have also caused customers to complain on social media. Now, I will agree with that, but I'm not going to be to their defense, but they don't have enough people working in the stores when the trucks come in. I think if you know a truck is coming in, you should at least bring on 2 extra hands so somebody can be doing register, or maybe 2 people can do register if need be. And then the other ones are, unloading and putting things up instead of blocking the aisles, and you having to go all the way around just to try to get on that aisle. And then maybe that aisle is blocked too. So you're losing money if somebody was actually going to buy something off of the aisle. Anyway, Dollar General isn't the only retailer that has come in for criticism for customers over ID checking. I've never had them take my ID. I mean, are they doing that when you're buying like an alcoholic beverage or something? Because I don't really buy nothing from there, but let's see. Costco controversially installed scanners at the entrance to its stores last year in a bid to stop non-members shopping there. Members' cards are now scanned when they enter, but some don't include photographs. In such cases, customers have to prove their identity by alternative means, such as their driver's license. Some Costco shoppers have also complained they have had to prove who they are at checkout too. Okay. One woman said she was card checked 3 times entering the store in a random aisle and at the register. Now that's a little bit too much now. You gonna make people go somewhere else for real on that one. Carding at the door is one thing. Carding at the register is another. But carding while I'm actually shopping, that's a bit overreach right there. Tell me you just don't want me there, basically. Let's see. A lot of complaints from Dollar General I see on here. But yeah, a lot of people are losing their jobs or taking pay cuts. Because even though I was reading that article, the woman Joy Reid, she took a pay cut and she still lost her job. She should have just kept the money she was getting. Yeah. So y'all, that's it for right now. And I will see y'all in the next video. Please remember that hitting the like button does help support the channel. I really could use y'all's help. I feel like I'm on here begging for the like, just to hit the like button or leave a comment. That just shows your interaction with the video. And YouTube then say, well, maybe more people want to see it and interact with it as well. So for the ones that do support the channel truly, heart and soul, and will hit that like and leave comments, I really, really, really appreciate you. I appreciate those who don't as well, but it would go a lot further if you would just hit the like button. So thank you for being here, taking the time out to spend a little bit with your girl over on Tommy Bites Homestead. And this is a homesteading channel, but I also do cover, news that you can use, news on the go, etc. I also have another channel, Tommy Bites 2.0, which I'm trying to get monetized. So yeah, I'm putting stories over there. I'm just not putting as many over there until I can get monetized for it. Because who wants to work for free? This is work, y'all. Bringing y'all the news that you can use, and definitely sharing my journey of growing my own food and raising my own animals. That's what I'm doing anyway. So I'm just sharing that with you guys. But I appreciate the support you give me on that as well. So see you in the next video. I'll holla.